Hello my soccer universe. Today marks the 117th birthday of my favorite club, which is of course LASK, and I think this is a reason to celebrate on this channel, but there is more. It also marks a day before the start of the new season with a cup game away from home, and I also use that opportunity to launch another channel, another podcast, which I will also augment on YouTube. This time it is in German. So if you are willing to listen to me in German and talk about LASK and the Austrian Bundesliga, see the description below for that one. It's called Mein LASK Universum, LASK Liga und Leidenschaft. That's where we will find me again, at least around the time that this video is posting. And how do we celebrate on this channel? Of course, with a new jersey, a new LASK jersey. And you see it here already in the background. I have a couple of jerseys that, some look really nice, very similar design. These are European jerseys. And then here are two jerseys behind me that arguably don't look that nice. But they all belong to the same season. This is the 2019-20 season. The season that I probably most fondly remember, because this was the season. It's a big what-if season, but this was the season where we had the deepest and best run in Europe, being first in Champions League qualifying, where we beat Basel wearing this jersey. Then, a couple of weeks later, we played in the Champions League playoff against Club Brugge. And yes, new jerseys had to be released. They played in this white jersey, first time ever, and so far the only time that the Champions League anthem was played in Linz, and then they released these two jerseys as well. So you see already I have a good collection from this season. What's the little jersey behind me? Well, this is my daughter's jersey, and when this got released, there was a huge outcry among the LASK support. Not only suddenly we had pink sleeves, which was unknown before that, but this was the season that BWT were taking over, kind of started to pinkify LASK, but they really went with a home jersey that completely branded BWT all over LASK. There was a little bit of an outcry, and then they replaced this home jersey with the grey stripes, with one with black and white stripes. It's kind of the start of all the unrest about pink jerseys that we are having right there and then. This was also the season where this jersey, and I think all the other jerseys, were still released under their own brand called Forza LASK, but, and that's crucial enough, in Europe they decided, okay, let's give the spot of the supplier to BWT. So you see already these three jerseys are branded BWT. Still, despite all this contentiousness surrounding the pinkification of LASK, this season marks a high water mark. LASK won the regular season, 6 points ahead of Salzburg. They were in the round of 16 of the Europa League, meeting Manchester United after ousting AZ Alkmaar in the process as well. And then Corona hit. Yes, Corona hit. They lost to United in front of an empty stadium, 5-0, something that would never have happened otherwise, I would assume. But also, it was not clear, will this league season ever end? And this is the one season where I really think we just had lost Oliver Glasner, but we still were on a roll, very much in his style. If this would have continued right there and then, I think this could have been a season where LASK would have become champions. So much for that season and what it means to me. And so I always want to have probably almost all the jerseys from that season because it meant so much to me, and I found another one. Yes, total of 7 jerseys were released. You see 5 behind me. One more is coming. Probably the one that after these European jerseys I liked the most, although arguably we'll see about that. And what's even better is I could pick it up in person from somebody who was selling it on Willhaben. Quick communication, dropped by their apartment, picked up the jersey, and yeah, I think it was 23 or something like that. So yeah, here we have it. This was an almost no-brainer. I had to get this jersey because I've been looking at this for quite a while. And yes, it's a league jersey, so it is full of sponsors, but I think it actually does look quite nice. It's the away jersey from the season. A black version. Yes, we also have the grey stripes and kind of the gradient in there. But in black, this looks a whole lot better, I have to say. Also note that except for the red here on the LASK logo and on the Upper Austria shield and the red here on the Bundesliga sponsor, everything here is black and white. So no pink sleeves, which I think a couple of years before that would have been quite possible. But I guess the management knew we cannot actually push pink or, you know, differently colored sleeves too much, because fans probably will want to buy this. And believe me, this jersey actually sold well. So well that I actually regret that I didn't get it back then. But now I got it for an even better price. We have, of course, sponsors here on the side, and there are still plenty of sponsors here on the back. But it's a nice black jersey with a few white accents, and I think that is really, really nice. You see here Raiffeisen is also just a white logo on a grayish background, which seems so weird nowadays because now we have them all over on the yellow sleeves. And yeah, even the logo of the supplier, yes, these were self-produced, Forza LASK, is also purely in black and white. Yes, this was a jersey that I've been after for quite a while, to be honest, because I really think this is from probably the best season since I've been a fan. It's actually a striking design, and yeah, it fits now in the collection of all the jerseys that I have from this season. There's only one missing. I'll tell you about that one after I hang this up here on the wall. We're nearing completion, but I shouldn't celebrate the fact that LASK had really 7 jerseys this season too much. To be fair, for fans who wanted to have the black and white striped jersey with pink sleeves and had bought a home jersey, they could actually exchange that one for free, which I think was a nice gesture from BWT to its LASK fans. It should be the only one that has been coming forward, but you know, at least something. But a total of 7 jerseys were released, and yes, these were awesome here. Then we had one that was, yeah, I still find them probably the worst jerseys that LASK have ever worn, and that includes with yellow sleeves. But I think this away jersey here was quite nice. So what's missing is, of course, the 3rd jersey from the season, which is more or less the same jersey as this one. However, instead of black, it would have been red. And this is one that I'm even more after. It's kind of become a little bit of a grail for me, because it would complete now the collection. And yes, the one up there is technically my daughter's, but you know, it is in my house. It kind of belongs in my collection. I don't think it fits her that much anymore, so anyway, we'll have to go. Also note for my daughter's jersey, the main sponsor Zipfer, which is a beer brand, actually says LASK, so you know, also adds a little wrinkle to the whole thing. Yes, probably if I see the proper black and white version for a decent price, I might as well get it as well, but the red one is the one that I'm really looking after. To be honest, while I think that the white and the black European jerseys are some of the best jerseys LASK have ever worn, nothing still beats my first ever LASK jersey. And this is a theme that, you know, usually the first ever is the best one, but this is just such a classic design. Maybe if I'm nitpicky, I would say black and white sleeves would have made it even better. But yeah, this was also a season that I was very fond of, the 97-98 season. In any case, let me know what you think about these jerseys, and I want to wish my favorite team a happy birthday and a happy start to the season. May it be a successful season. I'm looking forward, and I really hope that my podcast will potentially give you also some entertainment along the way. Yes, you can also check out my other podcast in English, which is called My Soccer Universe Football Talk. I will talk about LASK there, but not down the nitty and gritty that I will do on Mein LASK Universum, the German version. Any case, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like these. I'll talk to you soon about more things in my soccer universe. Bye! Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, here are some videos and playlists that you may enjoy too. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the little bell icon so you get notified whenever something happens in my soccer universe. And with that, have a wonderful day. Bye!